Hi everyone. I wanted to record a short video going over your formatting of your essays for your upcoming projects when you submit them. For those of you who are familiar with it, we'll be using Modern Language Association or MLA formatting. And again, it's just Modern Language Association. Shorthand is MLA. And this is just a style that we use for formatting our papers and for citing our sources in our works cited pages. There are two most used formatting styles. That will be the MLA style, which we use in this class and you will use in other English classes or any humanities-based courses. And then there's APA, or American Psychological Association style, and that is used more for science-based courses. So they are both formatting styles to tell us how to format our paper and how to cite our sources. There are some commonalities between them, but there are some differences too. And you will be able to find lots of information about MLA on the online writing lab at Purdue. Just go to Google and type in OWL at Purdue, and there's an entire MLA section there for you. I want to, in this video, show you how you're going to format your paper. So you will note in whatever program you're using, I have a Google Chromebook and I'm using a Google document. And Google Docs is not my preferred word formatting option, but it's what I have on my laptop, so it's what I use. And one of the first things you're going to do is check out what your page settings are at. So I am going to go to, and I always have to remember where this is. I am going to go to my page setup, and here it is down at the bottom of my file tab. So I'm going to go to page setup, and depending on what word processing program you're using, that might be a different route. But what I want to do is confirm that my margins are set at 1 inch all the way around. So they are indeed. That's the default for my Google Docs. If they're not, there's where I want you to change them. So just make sure they're 1, 1, 1, top, left, right, and bottom. And most programs are set to 1 inch, but sometimes they get changed. The next thing I'm going to do is type my name. And for the interest of showing you this, I'm going to pretend like my name is I'm a student. And so you type your first and last name there, then you hit enter, and then you type your instructor's name. So this is instructor Amory Bodelson. And then underneath that, you type the name of the class, and it is English Composition 1. And then you type the date. So today's date is January 21st, 2021. So this appears on the first page only of all of your writing. So your name, your instructor's name, your course name, and the date. And you'll notice that everything is spelled out. This is kind of the more formal version. Since this is your final project, your final essay, you want it to be in the formal MLA style. So make sure you spell out everything, that you use the full date format, and that it's in that order. And the other thing that I want to do right away is I want to change my spacing. So I'm going to select everything. You can do Control A on most keyboards. I'm just using my mouse to select it. And then I'm going to find my spacing option, which is right here. So mine is this little icon. You can sometimes find it under the Format tab. I'm going to tell my, nope, I don't want to do that. I want to tell my program that I want everything double spaced. The default, for whatever reason, is 1.15. I want double. So this bumps everything out a little bit, and this should apply to the rest of your document. So go back up here to my date, hit enter again, and this is where I type my title. Since I haven't written my paper yet, I don't know what my title is, so I'm going to just put a placeholder text. So I'm going to say Project 1 title placeholder. And titles, according to MLA, have to be centered. So I'm going to go back up here, and this is my center alignment, and I'm going to tell my document to center that title. Now remember, this is placeholder text. When you submit your final draft, you're going to want to change that to something that reveals your topic and gets our attention. but this is fine for now. Now I need to tell my Word program that I need to go back to left alignment. So I'm going to click my left align button. And this is where my first sentence of my introduction starts. Whenever you start a new paragraph in MLA, you hit the tab key on your computer, which should indent by 1/2 inch. And I can tell that by going here. You see my ruler up at the top. Here's my 1 inch. If I go like this and hover, I will see that I have the tab at the right spot. So I am again hitting tab to start my sentence, and I'm going to just write a little bit, again, placeholder text, imagining that I'm beginning my draft. So at this time last year, January 2020, I was enjoying the after effects of a successful fall term and time with my family over the holidays. Little did I know that March would hit us all with a global pandemic and change our lives immeasurably. So this is my rough start on writing my intro. Again, I usually advise you start with your body paragraphs, but for the purposes of this example and showing you formatting, I'm just going to type some placeholder. But you'll see that the program ends your sentences for you. You don't have to hit enter. And then when I'm ready to start my next paragraph, when I hit enter, it will tab for me in my program. You might have to physically tab it in yours. The other thing that is required in MLA, and I've become much less stringent about this because depending on the program you're working in, it doesn't always work, is page numbers. So if I'm going to do insert page number, I'm telling it it's on the upper right. And usually what happens is it doesn't show up for me. I don't know why. If anybody does, I would love for you to tell me. But what is supposed to happen up here is your name, the page number, and it goes over here. And you shouldn't have to do it manually. It should do it for you. But I haven't figured out how to do it in Google Docs yet. I know how to do it in Word, in Microsoft Word, but I can't figure it out here. So this is what the first page of your essay will look like. Your name, instructor's name, course name, date, and this can be the date it's due or the date you're working on it, your centered title, and then the rest of your text. Everything is double spaced. And then if you're able to, insert the page with your last name in front of it. So that's a quick overview of MLA, or Modern Language Association formatting, which again is the style that we use to format our papers and to cite our sources, and which you'll be using to submit all of your essays for this course this term. If you have questions, let me know. Thank you.